And welcome to Maba Stadium, everybody. And tonight it is game one of the Straits Cup between the Westports Malaysia Dragons and the Singapore Slingers. The Westports Malaysia Dragons, well, earlier, just a recent game losing to the Formosa Dreamers, 82 points to 76. But for the Singapore Slingers, well, not a convincing victory, but a victory nonetheless. A victory over the very talented Saigon Heat, 76 to 70. We are moments away from tip-off, and this should be a very, very close game because of the rivalry. Don't forget, at the start of the season, on November the 23rd, the Singapore Slingers had a blowout victory over the Westports Malaysia Dragons, who were facing a number of injuries in that game. And that game was not pretty, a game that many people want to forget. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim and Brennan Tan, and you can't see us on camera just as yet, but we are fired up and ready to go. Brennan, do you expect this to be a close one?
Oh yeah, definitely, Ben. I think that the rivalry between the Dragons and the Slingers go way back. And I think the Dragons are going to be coming into this game with a winning mentality. I'm sure Slingers are too, so it'll be very fun to watch both teams play all out in this very exciting matchup.
Well, we are on camera, and we'd like to take this opportunity to say good evening to everybody, not just in Malaysia, but throughout the world, watching the ASEAN Basketball League with me, Ben Ibrahim, Brennan Tan, and shortly we'll be crossing over to Ruth Ho, who spoke to both respective coaches earlier in a pre-recorded interview. But first, let's look at the standings on the ASEAN Basketball League table, and the Dragons still holding on to 8th position at the moment. Brandon, they are clinging on to that final playoff spot, but the Mono Vampire Basketball Club not far away.
Yeah, you know, I think at this point, this is where it gets really interesting. Dragons are pretty close to that spot there, so is Mono. I think both teams are definitely really wanting that spot, so we'll see how both teams play towards the end of the season right now.
And the Singapore Slingers, 10 wins and 7 losses at the moment. They are, well, not a dark horse, but one of the favorites to be in the final. Many people have said Alab will be in the final, but Singapore Slingers, they could, you know, go to that final series.
Yeah, I think with the way the Slingers are playing, they definitely have a good chance, and the way they move the team around, the way they play offense and defense as well, definitely a strong contender for Alab.
Definitely. Well, it's such a tight competition. Anybody can beat anybody. Alab Pilipinas losing to the Hong Kong Eastern Long Lions last week, and nobody expected that. But one thing we can always expect from our games is interviews. So let's now cross over to Ruth, who was with both respective coaches in a pre-recorded interview earlier. Over to the interviews with Ruth. But Chris Eversley had a fantastic game with 17 points and 4 rebounds. He needs to play out of his skin tonight, Brendan.
Yeah, I think the part of the game, Eversley's been a crucial point in terms of the offense, as long as the defense, as well as a focal point as the leader of the team. So it'll be interesting to watch how he settles against this competitive Singapore side tonight.
So Jaron Young, he's such a live wire, athletic, strong, loves to drive to the cup. The Dragons need to body up on him.
We can see here Singapore with their strong offense here. Dragons will definitely need to come up with a solution tonight to see how they can contain this guy, Xavier Alexander, as well.
So Chris Eversley versus the X-Man, Xavier Alexander, and Nana Egu taking on John Fields. John Fields not the quickest guy in the world, but he's a very, very strong athlete. Nana Egu will, well, need to rely on his shooting as well. So Winston Shepherd, a player who's very, very good, especially when he drives to the cup, but he needs to be consistent from the charity stripe. And that's a score that most Dragons fans will want to forget, Brennan. That was a day that shots just did not go down for the Dragons.
I'm sure, definitely that's a day that everybody wants to forget. It wasn't the best game for the Dragons, but hopefully they're coming in here tonight with a winning mentality.
And everyone, we just want to apologize. We've had some technical difficulty with the interviews, and we are trying to address that, so we do apologize about that. But don't forget, at the end of the game, Ruth Ho will be with the winning coach and the ABL player of the game. Those are 3 referees at the moment. All the best to the referees, the men with the whistle. And like I said earlier, Ruth will be interviewing the coaches a little bit later. And Ruth has got a pretty good job, Brendan, floating from bench to bench, trying to find out what is the gossip, what is the detail, and how both teams will set up their offense and defense. And in your opinion, Brendan, how do you see this game being played offensively and defensively? Singapore, they're that grind-out team, that Detroit Pistons mentality, grind them out, slow you down, and hustle you, get the ball back, and set up the offense.
Well, I think the Dragons generally have a really good offense. It's all about getting through the flow. Coming through the first quarter, I like to see them come in and swing the ball a little bit more, get more players involved, and for a good open look. Singapore definitely grinding hard, strong offense, good defense there, and it'll be interesting to see how the defensive matchup plays up.
And Brandon, there's a rumor going around the court at the moment that Sundiata Gaines is not very far away from playing. Can you give that rumor some substance?
Hey, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know when it's coming back. It's all down to the coaches, see if it's 100%, And it's always a 50-50 decision if the player's injured and coming back from injury. Hopefully he comes back just as good, just as strong.
Well, Jaron Young, he's had a very, very good season thus far. Still a young man, 27 years of age, very strong, very athletic. He's from Texas. And Winston Shepherd. I find Winston very effective when he just drives to the cup.
Definitely, if you watch his past few games, he's definitely confident driving to the cup regardless. Goes by his man for an easy layup or hand one sometimes. Be good to see him share the ball around as well. But definitely a strong focal point of the Dragons offense is him driving aggressively.
Winston Shepherd has been definitely the Dragons' best player. He had 17 points against the Formosa Dreamers when they lost. And also he was 36% from the field, his field goal percentage. And also made 3 out of 5 shots in charity stripe. And he got 15 rebounds. So he's always pulling up double-doubles almost every game.
That's consistent for you for a player like Winston Shepherd. I'm sure the other team will appreciate his efforts. And definitely be interested to watch how they play together tonight with the Slingers.
The Slingers, such a great talented team. Xavier Alexander. Singapore, he is almost Singaporean, is he? Singapore is his home. He's no disrespect to the X-Man, very talented player. He wants to go his places up. And Han Bin, I've been commentating in the ASEAN Basketball League for a while. I remember when I first started commentating as a young man. He's now 30, but playing very, very well. Strong player, just getting better and better.
Well, that just goes to show you how a player in his caliber, his skill set is able to adapt and play in the ABL. I definitely like to see him, fit around the team and see how he plays in this Singapore Slingers offense.
Nana Egu against the Formosa Dreamers. He hit some critical shots, but he's got to keep doing that. 15 points. And also he's got to be more consistent on the boards, 10 rebounds. He was playing very, very well at the start of the year, but towards February, his numbers dipped a bit.
Well, I just think it's all about consistency. Nana Egwu, definitely a strong presence in the paint, good defensive presence, really good offense as well. He can shoot, he's got the offensive board. He's a decent free throw shooter as well, if I'm not mistaken. And we'd like to see him be more consistent in terms of his gameplay with the Dragons.
Well, the Dragons had a very good start to the year. They beat Saigon, beat Alab, and then they lost to the Hong Kong Eastern Long Lions, 78 points to 89, and then they defeated the Zhuhai Wolf Warriors, 89-83, in a very scrappy game here at Marbella Stadium. Defeated the Mono Vampire Basketball Club, 94-86, but that was before Tyler Lamb joined the Mono Vampire Basketball Club, and then the Dragons were really, really humbled in the Philippines when they lost by 38 points to Alab Pilipinas, 85-47. And then the Dragons went on a 6-game, that was part of the Dragons' 6-game losing streak. And the Dragons, a lot of questions were being asked of the Dragons internally, confidence-wise and everything. And then before their loss to the Formosa Dreamers earlier, then that they lost on the 17th of February, 82-76. But before that, they defeated the CLS Knights, 89-84. And that game, Brennan, could have gone either way.
Well, Ben, that game I was watching and you and me both were on our feet. Chris Eversley, clutch as usual, and the whole team generally played really well. So I like to see them carry that mentality into this game, and hopefully we get a really good, exciting matchup tonight.
Well, let's hope so, because don't forget, what's the Singapore record against the Dragons?
If I'm not mistaken, it's been 7 games that
Yes.
the Dragons have played against, that have lost against the Slingers. But that aside, numbers, the Dragons tonight are definitely wanting to come in strong, winning mentality, put all that behind them and focus on tonight's game.
Well, the Dragons, against the Singapore, I'm so used to seeing Wong Wei Long play for Singapore, and now he's playing for the CLS Knights. I remember speaking to Wong Wei Long when he came to Malaysia on the 14th of February on Valentine's Day last Thursday. Not the Thursday this week, but last Thursday, and he was just saying, Indonesia is such a different place, it's a lot cheaper, but it's a bit weird, he said, not playing for the Singapore jersey.
Well, that's what happens, as a player who's been playing on the team for so long, and then you suddenly play with another club. It's all about adjusting. It's all about adapting. It's a new home environment. Home courts can be very different, especially when the home crowd is a place where you've played against before. So it really depends on how you adapt.
Well, this man calls Malaysia home, Chris Eversley, the young veteran, 27 years of age, 6'7", waves to the crowd. He's quite the celebrity. 24 points and 8 rebounds and 4 assists against the CLS Knights on Valentine's Day when the Dragons won 89-84, and he made that pivotal steal down the stretch and won, and made some big shots. And I spoke to Coach Jamie Perlman before the game. He's saying he's educating some of his locals, when is the opportunity to take a good shot. Don't just shoot the rock. Don't just shoot for the sake of shooting. Take smart shots.
Well, I think, it comes down to experience. Chris Eversley, obviously a veteran here. He's been playing for the Dragons for quite a long time now. So it's up to his leadership and his sort of experience to guide the team into taking better shots and getting open looks.
Well, this Singapore team, some of them can shoot the ball really well. And surprisingly, no Larry Liu and no Levin Raj. Levin Raj is still a very young man, but Larry Liu, that's a big miss for the Slingers. We hope he's okay. And he's a very good shooter, great hustler, aggressive player, but you know what? Jaron Young is a good shooter, Ng Han Bin is a good shooter, Desmond O is a good shooter, Tating Lun, not so bad. Delvin Goh, he's a player that's come a long way.
I was watching Delvin warm up there, and he's definitely a strong player in terms of offense. The way he warms up, you can tell that he's a very strong fundamentals and definitely a force to be reckoned with playing against him. We'll see how the Dragons come up with a strategy, not just to stop the import players, but as well as the local players such as Delvin Goh.
So we are not far away from starting. We will probably start a little bit late tonight, not 8:30 on the dot. Singapore team against the Malaysia team. Don't forget, did you remember that game on November the 23rd? We seem to have a bit of a game clock error right here at Maba Stadium. We hope they can fix that very soon. The clock is stuck at 6 minutes and 30 seconds. I was wondering about that. We were having a chat, Brandon, and I kept looking up, and it said there 6:30, and I said, it said that 6:30.
Is that the time?
That's the same time. Time stood still for us. So I was like, that's the last thing you want to do before a big game starting. And we can see on court right now Deborah Henry, a former Miss Universe and Miss World representing Malaysia. You can't see on camera right now, but a lot of it. There she is, Deborah Henry. And she's going to talk about her charity. I'll let Deborah explain to us what her charity is all about.
The All right, can we have a big round of applause for Miss Deborah Henry one more time. As she's here in this program, it helps for all the refugee kids here in Malaysia. And we want to welcome both teams that will be playing for the Streets Cup this evening to set the court for a big group photo. So a very special moment for the refugees teams here, joining us here at the Dragons Den, Macau Stadium, Kuala Lumpur. So don't forget, you can check out the drive led by Miss Deborah on payong.org to check out more details and also to contribute to this donation. And a little bit update for this donation drive. Dr. Ruben, the owner of Westports Malaysia Dragons, will contribute a 300 ringgit prize tag on each 3-pointers made throughout this entire game. And also, if the Dragons win tonight, 300 ringgit for each point.
So, thank you very much to Deborah for participating in this game. And don't forget, for every 3-pointer made by the Dragons, a certain amount of money will be donated to charity, to Deborah Henry's charity. And well done to Deborah, trying to bring basketball and people together for the sake of, like she was saying in the speech, you know, bigger, better, faster, stronger, and also improving people's lives. So it's good to see that basketball is making a difference on and off the court. So really exciting to see that. So Westports Dragons doing a donation drive, doing the Straits Cup game tonight. The charity entity that Deborah is representing is Payong, okay, which currently has, obviously Deborah is one of its ambassadors driving it. Payong helps bridge the gap between marginalized communities and refugees in Malaysia, and those parties willing to help, empowering individuals to take control over their lives through borderless learning and capacity building. And now we hope to see all Dragons fans coming in droves tonight, not just supporting the basketball, but basketball supporting Payong. A great initiative, Brandon.
Hey, you know, I think it's a great thing, the way she mentioned just now, sports brings people together, and I definitely agree. I think it's a great little incentive there for us to shoot more 3-pointers tonight, eh?
Well, you know what? I was just talking to Coach Jamie. I was telling him before the game, I said, Coach Jay, I'm not going to name the players, but he knew who I was talking about. He said, some of your players hesitate when they take the shot. And you know what? I mean, Brandon, you play the game. I mean, you've been in the system. It's all about getting that confidence to know when to take the shot, isn't it? It's not just like, you know, shooting the rock and just heaving it.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's definitely all about confidence, but also taking a smart shot. With tonight's incentive, I'm sure smart and the right shot should come hand in hand. And we'll have a little count and see how many 3-pointers the Dragons make tonight.
Well, the Dragons last won the Straits Cup in 2015-2016. The year the Dragons won the championship, and that was a very, very close game. Oh, yeah, series, shall I say? And they won it in the following season 2016-2017, and they won it last season 2017-2018. So it's been, the Straits Cup has been on the Singapore side over the last 2 seasons. The Dragons want to change that. So can they change that? Will they change that? Brandon, what's your prediction, my friend? I'm putting your head on the chopping block here.
Well, you know, I just think that the way that Singapore has been playing, the way Dragons are playing, is going to be a really, really tight matchup. I can't say for sure. I'm hoping both sides come up strong. Dragons usually take some time to ease into their offense, and Singapore is known for that rash, straight-up offensive, come out strong offensively at the start of the quarter. So it'll be interesting to see how both teams play in the first quarter to set the tone against each other. And we're in for a exciting matchup tonight, I'm sure.
Well, in my opinion, and this is strictly my opinion, I think the team that's going to win this game is a team that boxes out and rebounds better. And I saw that game against the Saigon Heat when the Slingers won 76-70. I mean, there was a lot of hustle in that game.
Yeah, definitely all about heart and hustle. And I just think that the team coming out now, you can see the Slingers all waiting for the player introductions. the team that comes out strong in the first quarter usually sets a tone. And definitely the team that gets the offensive board, gets the stops from games. So we'll see tonight how the Dragons play.
So the Singapore Slingers, as we can see on our screen, ready to go, but there come the Dragons. Ben Simbe, Zhang Wei Tan Wei Long, Jin Zixin. And then the starting five. And surprisingly, Ching Cheng Hua still starts at point guard, Brandon.
I think it's just an adjustment, that Coach Jimmy Perlman is making, and it's paid off for certain games. And we see Yek here coming out again. He has had some strong games when he started.
Definitely, Yek. He's been improving big time, considering he hasn't been with the team very, very long. And then Yek, you look at his numbers. 6 points and also 2 rebounds against the Dreamers, but you know what, against the CLS Knights when they won, he made some big shots.
I'm sure you and I were both on our feet when Chris made that steal and the layup on the other side with the N1. But can we just talk about the clutch 3-pointer he made just before that to tie up the game?
Definitely, but Yek hit some big shots during that game. Can he do it again? Jamie Perlman and MJ, an Australian Michael Johnson, who used to play for the Australian Boomers. Jamie Perlman, a lot of coaching experience in Australia and New Zealand. And he's very much becoming more Malaysian these days, Jamie Perlman. He's calling everybody boss. And I was teasing him about that before the game. I said, hey, you're becoming more Malaysian. He goes, yeah, I just caught on because everybody seems to be calling each other boss here. I said, well, it's very much part of our culture. And Israel Eddie cover it in. You can't see his face now, but that's his back. Former player of the Dragons, a championship player as well. And now assistant coach with the Dragons. He's also done some commentary in the commentator's box with me. And Singapore right there, the favorites. Russell Lowe just tucking his shirt in. He's a great live wire, strong athletic player. 6'6", 25 years of age. He knows how to crash the boards.
Well, definitely, the Singapore Slingers team definitely have the capability of getting both rebounds offensively, defensively. I'm sure the Dragons team do as well. It's all about consistency and how they execute in this game.
Let's try to have a listen to what Coach Jamie Perlman is trying to tell his troopers. And they are referees for tonight. We wish them all the very best. Word of advice to the players, don't give them any lip. They will tee you up. They're disciplinarian, which is good.
In the game of basketball, referees should know best. If you disagree with the call, just shrug it off and get the next one. But definitely do not talk back to the referees. They are in their profession. They know what they're doing. Just play the game.
Well, it's good to see that the referees stand firm. You need to be assertive, you need to be confident, and you need to make that call, whether you're wrong or you're right. It's the toughest job in the world, but these two teams know they've got a tough assignment in front of them. The Singapore Slingers wanting to keep the momentum going at the moment. They are playing quite well. Third on the ABL standings with a record of 10-7. They won 58% of their games. They're at .588. And it's so, have a look at that. Have a listen to this, Brennan. Slingers .588, Hong Kong Eastern .571, Saigon Heat .556, Macau .533, and CLS .5. It is very, very tight at the top. And the Formosa Dreamers, the second best team in this competition, .667.
As the season is ending on a strong note, it's anybody's game really. It's really how close to see who clinches that playoff spot.
Anybody can beat anybody. Season 9, ASEAN Basketball League, here we go. The Dragons win the tip. Shepard with the afro haircut. X-Man guarding him. Shepard's got to protect the ball. Bit of hesitation by Ching Cheng Hua. Good pass. Pull up right here. Air ball. X-Man gets the ball. Quick in transition. Dragons trying to play defense right now. X X being the X-Man. Gonna put your hands up, drives. Eversley with the rebound. Here he comes, Chris Eversley. Chin Chenghua. Nana Egwu thought about it. Shepard spins. And that will be Dragon. Good move back there by Shepard.
Hey, you know, he managed to get a little mismatch there. Quick spin there and got fouled. Definitely good, strong move there by Winston Shepard.
And both teams really want to get that opening basket. It's about being smart. Yek, Eversley. Well, good handoff. I thought Shepard was going to set the screen right there. Oh, great pass. Pump fake. Oh, good move. A great team basketball by the American imports of the Westports Malaysia Dragons.
You know, just smart play there by Winston Shepard. Everyone thought he was going to shoot that little pump fake. Egwu there, strong roll to the basket for easy layup.
Young, pull up. Oh, switch. Nothing but
net.
We're singing the song, are we? I'm no rapper, okay? Two apiece. That was a great shot by Young. Shepard. Ooh, is that a travel? 2 shots. Interesting call. I thought it was a travel.
You know, Shepard there taking his time a little bit there, getting strong to the basket. With his hands up for the foul, refs definitely got to call that.
Well, I spoke to a few coaches, and they always say to me, Shepard is dangerous when he drives because he's so big, 56% from the charity stripe. I thought he was very inconsistent against Formosa. Let's see if he can get some consistency tonight, and I jinxed him.
Well, you know, he was warming up earlier at the free throw line. It was good to see him hitting consistent free throws. But I suppose in-game is a very different mentality at 56%.
Well, can he make one? This is your bread and butter, charity. And Fields with the rebound and breaks both shots. Rough start for Winston Shepard from the charity stripe. Young, gotta stay with him. Not an easy task. Pull up again from the elbow. Here comes Winston Shepard, Eversley open. Eversley, good pass. Chin Chenghua in traffic. Kick out. Gotta watch that shot clock. Gotta be careful, don't overpass it. Egwu puts it up. Yes! Over John Fields.
Hey, Egwu there, strong move, took his time. Great patience by Egwu to hit that shot.
That's the Nana that the Dragons are asking for. Delvin Go. Looks like that's just like a sweet spot for the Slingers at the moment. Brennan, that shooting spot there.
Hey, that spot so far has been 2 of 2 for the Singapore Slingers. I think might be a comfortable way for them to ease into the shot there.
The Dragons looking a little bit here and there, but they're hustling, especially crashing the boards. Shepard. Chenghua trying to get open, but Desmond O staying with him. Shepard! Is that an offensive foul? Looked like an offensive foul. Yes, it was. Offensive foul on Winston Shepard. And he's got to be a little bit careful, Big Winston, because you know what? You don't want to be in foul trouble early in the game. And that's something that the imports of the Dragons have struggled with, especially since the start of the new year.
Well, you know, we're talking about Shepard being more aggressive and a little bit over-aggressive there with the refs calling him for the offensive foul.
Delvin Go can't leave him open. He for the runner. Tries to tip in by Fields. Good hustle. Fields misses the dunk. And that's Dragons ball. Like I said, not the quickest guy in the world, but strong.
You can see there, Young showing off his, showing off his strength and size.
He's a big man, 6'9". A lot of experience, and a big shout out to the Fields and Harris family. Tobias Harris, he has a lot of influence on John Fields. I spoke to John Fields before the game. He said, please give a shout out to his family, the Fields family, and the Harris family, Tobias Harris. And he said, when I asked him, who is Tobias Harris? He just said, someone who's had a huge influence in my basketball life. So, well done, Harris family. Well done, Fields family. Off balance, no foul call. Pull up from the baseline. Hits the tin. Chin Chenghua with the rebound. Dragons in transition, but a bit slow. Egu almost a double team there. Shepard's got the ball. Kick out. Nana pulls up. In and out. Eversley with the rebound. Well done, Chris Eversley. Great pass. Another pass. And that's the bucket. Well done. Movement, hustle, and aggression, and pushing the pace.
Hey, good effort there by Eversley to grab that defensive board. And good swing out as well. Nana, good swing around the couple of teammates there from Nana to Winston for the strong finish.
So it looks like the Dragons trying to get in the faces of Singapore with that press. But a lot of time left. Alexander. 3-second goal. Wow, the referees are clamping down early and clamping down hard, Brennan.
Yeah, Singapore's got to be a little bit careful there with a 3-second violation. The referee's definitely on point with their job tonight. Calling that 3-second in Singapore and giving Dragons possession right now.
Eversley. Jonathan Wong now on court. He's a big shot man. Don't forget, a lot of these guys he knows very well with the hook shot. Hits the tin, Fields with the rebound. Young, he's quick and dynamic. Look at him go. He flies to the cup and scores. Jaron Young. What a move.
Young there just blowing by the defender for the strong move to the layup. Easy 2 points. Dragons got to watch out for that.
Wong, he's in traffic. Egu for the three. Yes! Egu from downtown gives the Dragons a little bit of rhythm, but Young. Good defense, but a bit too much. There was contact right there. And the Dragons working hard on defense, Brandon, but they've got to work smart.
Definitely got to reduce the fouls there. You can see in the replay right here. With Fields showing his strength, his size. Good strip there as well. You can see it's now Singapore inbound. Egu in their hands, having himself a strong first quarter with 7 points or 71% from the free throw line. You can see him having a strong start here.
John Fields, who studied at the University of Tennessee, did a communications degree. And he's a big Dr. J fan. That's showing his age a bit. Dr. Julius Ervin, who played in the 1983 Philadelphia 76ers. And the architect, well, one of the architects of perfecting the slam dunk. Brendan, I'm not sure if you're aboard then, so. Young man. Oh, this man! Talk about slam dunks! This man, Shepard, a Dr. J move there. But possibly the philosophy of Dr. J right in that play there. Fields, drives. What a move by Shepard. Crowd love it. Eversley, yes! Chris Eversley loves shooting three-pointers at Mava Stadium.
Okay, that was a good look there by Jonathan Wong. Eversley sitting there right in the corner, wide open. That's his bread and butter. Open shot like that, you know he's going to make that.
Alexander's been a bit quiet. Fields, not an easy man to guard. What's the call here from the ref? Holding foul. That would be Singapore ball. So Dragons up by 5. This is positive if you're a Dragons fan, but never ever say anything about the Slingers if you're up by 5, 6, or 8, because they have this tough mental, competitive nature about them. They don't like to lose.
Hey, look at this replay now. We see Winston Shepard. I think he heard you. With that great patience there. Egu was strong, rolling to the basket for the easy group there. We see Singapore here. Mid-range shot. They look really comfortable around the mid-range area, hitting that shot. We see Shepard here as well. I think he heard you there. Throwing the ball out, getting that foul. Unfortunately, he couldn't make those 2 free throws. Egu right here, showing his patience, his size. Hitting this jumper right over Fields.
Winston Shepard, he's quite a big guy, and he's a much, look at that pass. Shepard just puts it in, and that's the kind of chemistry and teamwork that is needed for this game. And Shepard flies to the cup, boom!
I think you heard me there when you talk about dumps.
Oh yeah. I mean, just as I said about Dr. J, and then you go like,
Yes, sir. We are in the lead of Westport Malaysia Dragons up in front. So huge 3-pointers already.
Such a huge influence to people who watched the game and played the game in the 80s and the 90s as well. You know, right now, NBA is blessed with a lot of international talent. And the ABL, a league that is growing from strength to strength. Desmond, our team captain, Fields in trouble. Malaysian traffic. But Fields, well done, John Fields. He found a way. Slingers trimming that lead. And the Dragons are holding on to by 3 points at the moment. Second shot, Shepherd. Still time on the shot clock. Rice. Good not news that was time way long. Alexander. And what's the call there by the ref? Xavier Alexander, the X-Man. One of the best players who's imports-wise played in the ASEAN Basketball League, in my opinion. 66% from the charity stripe. And he hasn't scored tonight. Could this be his fifth? Yes, it is. He has improved so much from the charity stripe. I remember when he came in 2015, he was very ordinary from the free throw line, but he's come a long way.
You know, Dragons gotta watch out for a shooter like that. At 66%, you wouldn't want to foul him as hard. Depending on the line, where he's improved so much, as he said, over the next seasons.
So it's a 1-point game. Over 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go before the end of the first quarter. Shepherd. Pretty decent crowd here at Marva Stadium. We can't see it on TV, but making a lot of noise. Ooh, turnover right there. And Dragons got to do a better job in terms of communicating and protecting the ball. Dragons have made 3 turnovers thus far. Not pretty. Young. Desmond inside. Fields. Ooh. I think Fields says something like, "You can't guard me."
Fields trying to bust his way through the basket. Not able to foul that, and him clapping back. Definitely not something you want to see in a game like this.
And the crowd don't like it. So I think it'll be a double technical. Looks like it. And we can't see it on screen now, but Winston Shepherd talking to Coach Jamie Perlman. Always they're communicating about, see, there it is. Because that, I mean, from my understanding, it is really, really hard to interpret the referee's calls. So Chris Eversley makes that technical foul. See, it's double technical, I was correct. And see if John Fields can respond with a shot of his own from the charity stripe.
I know Fields is a 77% free throw shooter. Listen down.
He breaks the first line. And the crowd just getting into it. And he makes 1 out of 2. 1-point game, very, very close at the moment. Singapore bringing out that press. They like doing that. That's very much a part of their franchise. The culture of their franchise, press, play defense. That was more like a quarterback baseball long pass. Very athletic by Jaron Young. Winston Shepherd with 2 fouls already. Jonathan Wong with 2 fouls already. Nana Egwu with 1. Compared to Young with 1 foul and John Fields with 1 foul. So the Dragons got to be careful. You do not want to be playing this team with your bigs not in the game, because the Dragons, I mean, I always say this about the Dragons, especially the local players of the Dragons, they're all mainly 1s and 2s.
right now, Young with a 3-from-line. He's a 74% free throw shooter. Making first one right there.
Jaron Young, the man with a degree in organizational leadership. He's also a barber. So very, very multi-talented man. He knows how to lead the pack academically, basketball-wise, and he knows a thing or two about a good haircut. Slingers, for the very first time, they're in front today. What can the Dragons do about it? They want to keep going. That scoreboard is not correct, everyone. They pass, and then Echo from the baseline. Yes, the Dragons regain the lead. The lead, should I say. Slingers on 16, not 14. Young Han Bin. Alexander. Fields. Oh, great hustle right there. But it will still be Singapore ball. Well done, Jonathan Wong. He knows that Jonathan Wong knows his team well. Jonathan Wong went to school in Singapore. Ex-teammates with Wong Wei Long in the club in Singapore. Young. Han Bin. Oh, Han Bin. The young veteran. He's now 30. Can you believe that? And the Slingers in the lead by 2. Yek. Oh well, Jonathan Wong loses. Jonathan Wong drives to the cup and lays it in for the Dragons. His first bucket of the game. Fields knocks it down. They're both teams trading baskets at the moment. It's been close. Let's hope it stays close for the next 3 quarters after this. Eversley, no screen there. There's a screen there by Wei Long. A good cut. Eversley. Oh! Eversley thought couldn't finish right there. That was a great cut.
Yeah, great communication there between Eversley and Nana. Chris Eversley hitting hard. Backdoor with a strong cut there. Unfortunately, missed that basket. Hopefully see more of that in the next few plays.
That's the way to do it cut-wise, but not the way to do it finish at X. And that mid-range spot for the Slingers is the sweet spot for them thus far in this first quarter. They lead by 4. The Singapore team, the Singapore Slingers team, that is. Egwu asking for it. Looking for another cutter. Wei Long cutting in. Wong pulls up. It's the tin. Wei Long with the rebound. Egwu. Yek. Yes. Makes this a 1-point game with over 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Gotta guard that mid-range spot. Fields. Gotta put your hands up with Fields attacking. And Fields with the dunk. Eversley. 25-22 in favor of the Dragon. I mean, in favor of the Slingers, should I say. Wong. Oh, unlucky, Jonathan Wong. The crowd feeling it too, the frustration. They play two-way basketball. 28.4. Brennan. Dragons a bit hot and cold at the moment.
Hey, you know, the Dragons seem to be a little bit inconsistent now. We see the drive here. Strong drive and a foul there, unfortunately, by Tan there, sending the Slingers to the free throw line.
Tan Wei Long and this Xavier Alexander, the man with a criminal justice degree and studied at George Washington University. The man from Oklahoma. Don't forget, he played in the NBA D League, now called the NBA G League. And like I said, he loves Singapore. And don't forget, he's also a Thailand basketball champion. Won the Thai championship last year with High-Tech Bangkok City, who used to be in the ASEAN Basketball League, who won a championship in the ASEAN Basketball League in season 2014. Patrick Kabahu was in that team. Steve G. McThomas, Chris Charles, Pia Pong Pinun. What the Dragons trying to run here? They were very outside the arc. Wong is gonna go. Eversley pull up. It's the 10. back tap. Yeah, hits the tin. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. The Singapore Slingers, who trailed for most of the first quarter, now lead 27 points to 22.
Yeah, we can see from the starting tip, as I said before, both teams came out quite aggressively in the first quarter. The Dragons slowed down a little bit towards the end there. But Singapore relentless on the attack as he feels that showing his strength, his size. And we see here as well, with Young driving to the hoop, beating his defender. Strong drive for the layup. We see here as well, Egu pass off, handoff to Shepard, coming in strong for another strong aggressive dunk. He heard you right there.
You love that, eh?
I love that.
Well, I always tell him, players like him before the game, let's make some music. You do, you play the music, I'll just sing about it in a commentary sort of way.
You see there, the Slingers have been getting to the free throw line a lot. They made 7 for the 9 free throws at the free throw line this game, in the first quarter. The Slingers as well, shooting very well at 56%. They love that mid-range spot around there.
And what a cut right there, but Eversley could not finish. But it's just one of them days, or one of those plays, shall I say. It's like a song, isn't it? Speaking about songs, so 27 to 22 in favor of the visiting team, the Singapore Slingers, the team that's made the ABL finals twice. Once in season 2015-2016, where they lost to the and then
one-handed shot. Okay, the ladies had a chance. No worries. Okay, the back swap for the 300 ring. You got one of the women.
3 games to 1.
Over participation, we get
Joshua Boyd used to play for the New Jersey Nets. Very talented team coached by Miguel, a man who is quite a big fan of the Dragons. So in terms of talent that we've brought over the years, some of those talents in this team have moved on to other things. Winston Shepard on the bench because he is in foul trouble. And not nice to see, but you know what? It's a moment to step up for the locals of the Dragons. Brennan.
Okay, you see here the players on the court right now, Eversley and Nana, the international imports here, the local talent on the court. It would be good to see what they can do against this Singapore Slingers team.
Xavier Alexander, more of a facilitator in this game so far. Desmond O, the team captain, pull up that sweet spot. Oh, got a rebound better than that. Kick out inside. But stuck in traffic. Pull up right there. Young hits the iron. And that will be Dragons ball. So good pressure defense by the Dragons.
Hey, coming into the second quarter now, I think Coach Jeremy Perlman's come up with a different sort of strategy to try and stop the way that Fields is dominating the offensive boards.
Oh, he's tough. He's tough to box out. Because he's so big and gangly and big shoulders. Really hard to get in front of him to box out. I mean, but the Dragons got to find a way. Wong, screen there by Nana Egu. Wong with the floater. Oh, couldn't quite sink it. Hustle there, Wong. Good kick out. Take the shot, Dragons. It's the tin. Fields. So hard to out-rebound. He's a weapon for these Slingers. X. Oh, well done by Nana. Chris Eversley. Oh, lost the ball right there. Tried to do a bounce pass to Chin Cheng Hua. X punishes the Dragons. The X Factor, the X-Man, Xavier Alexander.
So Dragons got to be a little bit more careful there with possession. Can't give the ball away carelessly. As you can see, Slingers punish that turnover with a quick layup on the other side in transition.
Another turnover right there. Can Singapore pile on the pressure? Alexander, kick out. Fields. Nana trying to play defense. And foot on the line. So Nana Egu getting the better of John Fields at the moment, Brennan.
Hey, Nana Egu, they're playing great defense, smart, knowing what Fields was trying to do there, and played in right into his pocket.
7-point ball game. Might seem like a big score. This is the Straits Cup. A 2-game series every season in the ASEAN Basketball League between the Westports Malaysia Dragons and the Singapore Slingers, two franchise teams of this great league, which has been running for 9 seasons. And the first champion of this competition was the Patriots of the Philippines. Jaron Young on his second foul, so Dragons fans might be happy with that. Dragons need to get some better open looks. Take shots. Shepherd, he's now in. Shepherd finishing is a challenge for the Dragons at the moment. We saw this against Formosa in the second and third quarter. Young, high off the glass. Glass off the glass.
We'll see Young there again showing his speed and intelligence, driving by his defender for the layup off the glass.
Dragons finding it hot at the moment. Shepherd moves it up a little bit. Moves the Slingers momentum a little bit. Young, to stay with him, he's so quick and athletic. Fields. Shepherd with the rebound. Much better by the Dragons. They'll be smart. Is that an offensive foul? Of course, Neo Beng Chang says yes. Referee agrees.
The Shepherd's got to be really careful there. I think that's his third foul this quarter. Evidently, Jay Burrow wants to talk it over there with a timeout.
31-24. Starting off not very well, but coming back into it, but then inconsistent.
We see here, taking a three-point shot there with a miss. He bounced on the backboard, gave Dragons possession. You see Jonathan Wong here, weaving his way through traffic. Unfortunately, missing this floater. But good effort there by Jonathan Wong. You can see as well, Xavier Alexander, easy layup. Showing strength, precisely a small little Jonathan Wong as his defender. Dragons definitely need to up the tempo again. They're coming a bit slow in this quarter, especially with Winston Shepherd on his third foul in the beginning of this second quarter. Then that's actually his second offensive foul. So definitely a little bit in foul trouble there, which is not ideal for this Dragons team.
Let's have a listen right here. Steals, in terms of team steals, averaging 8.6 steals per game. And they also lead the league in terms of blocks per game as a team. As a team, they're averaging 4.7 steals per game. So John Fields is leads the league in blocks, averaging 2.1 blocks per game. So no surprise right there with those numbers, Brandon.
You see John Fields here throughout the first two quarters. Right now, he's been showing his strength, his size, showing how he can fight through the defenses, be tough to box out.
Egwu, well done. Delvin Go. Fields. You don't want to have field there. Dragons just need to hit back. Keep it consistent. They're only down by 7. Hook shot. Again, setting up good plays, but not taking good shots. That's the challenge of the Dragons at the moment. Field, kick out. Delvin Go, that's an offensive foul. That will play foul.
Definitely Delvin Go there dropping his shoulder. Referee was right there, could not miss that offensive foul. Dragons possession, let's see what they do in this. You see here Delvin Go dropping his shoulders a little bit there on a small defender. Getting called for that offensive foul.
Well, that's his first foul of the game. He's a good player, Delvin Go. I remember a couple years ago, he really enjoyed playing against Calvin Godfrey of the Dragons. Calvin, if you're watching, big shout out to you. Super well tonight.
Yeah, you know, that's been the Slingers' sweet spot all night. We've seen multiple shots go in for that position.
Just put the afterburners on and glued to the basket. Desmond, the captain, feels gonna step body up on him. He sets the screen. Desmond, D-block. D-block is the nickname of Desmond, the veteran of the team, 33 years of age. Egwu, slow young man. It's the field. Egwu, fade away.
Having set the game right there. Showing off his offensive counters there. Good patience, good move. Egwu's on 13 points right now. Definitely carrying a load of his Dragons offense.
Yeah, good move there. Step back. Yeah. X will go to the charity strike. I mean, you know, in those situations, you're scared to block them because you think they might have contact, or everyone always, but if you don't, they'll score. You know, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, really.
Hey, you know, I think that Dragons need to be a bit more disciplined on defense. Definitely not ideal sending Xavier Alexander to line. You see here, Xavier Alexander finds his way through 3 Dragon defenders, getting fouled there. His 2 free throws.
Xavier Alexander, I know he had got a bit of a rivalry with Trayvon Hughes. 15 points against the Saigon Heat in their 76-70 victory. Not so young anymore, Xavier Alexander, so he's looking after his body a lot better. You may like that, but once you hit 30, you do have to look after the body a lot better. You know, not as quick as before, not as dynamic. Sometimes the back's not holding up, but he's a really strong athlete. But that killer winning mentality. We're running to help him in ABL. Needed to put a bit more power in that shot. Yeah. Can anybody beat him? Yes. Eversley couldn't get there. Just too rushed at the moment. But someone knocked the ball out of the hands. That's not easy.
Yeah, I think Dragons need to get some form of composure right now. See, no foul over there. A little outlet pass there, unfortunately. A little bit too low for Eversley to pick up. Jay Brown sees that. He needs to gather and see this time out for some composure.
Singapore Slingers have had a very, very interesting season.
You see here, Dalvin go there on an offensive foul, dropping his shoulders there. Good call there by the rest. You can see here as well, with a mid-range shot that Singapore has been hitting all night tonight. You can see Jordan Warner out of time here with the drive, the quick layup. Good screen there by Egwu, giving him that lane. Egwu again showing his patience. A little jump shot over there. That pass to the lane there.
That gives us 900 ringgit in the pocket of firing the ORG. In their efforts to help the refugee kids here in Malaysia and all over the world for a better cause.
Your predecessor, Ben Sim, also a man who's worked for the same consulting company as you. You guys must be brothers, man. But Ben has done a good job with us in the commentator's box. Thank you for stepping in, but he's waiting very, very patiently on the Dragons bench to get some minutes. Number 1 and 2, 26-year-old young man, great guy.
I've been teammates with Ben before. I can definitely say he's a great back on court and at the court. Obviously, he's still. layup.
Kelvin Lim at the charity stripe. He hardly plays any minutes. 6'3", 22 years of age. He studied at a polytechnic in Singapore, where he studied information technology and big data. That's where I find that when the Dragons get some momentum, they sort of, when they get stuck in traffic, they sort of don't really know how to be a bit creative.
You know, it's all about consistency. We hear two players scrimmaging for ball. Unfortunately, one of the ones that are being called for the travel give the same for the possession back. Also know that Ben, John Fields has a double-double tonight already. Before the end of the second quarter, 10 points, 10 rebounds, just to show how much of a force he is offensively and defensively.
Wow, double-double already. It's not even the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, but he is a great talent. Nice guy as well, doesn't say much, I'll be honest. Game, he's not really a super chatty guy. Focus on the game. I really appreciate the sharing he shared with me about his family. And Tobias Harris, man, has had a big influence in his career. Xavier Alexander right now. Shooting guard. Tried to challenge the rebound, but out-rebounded by Xavier Alexander. Inside, Fields, kick out, can't leave Young open. Was he fouled on the three-point line? No, not in the act of shooting, in my opinion.
You know, I think the Dragons just need to follow the process of the set plays. They look a little sloppy on court, and they need to run that defensive transition more.
So I just feel that the Dragons are rushing their offensive sets. What do you think?
I think, judging by the way they're playing coming to the second quarter, they need to step up the tempo of their offense and getting back on defense more.
Young, he was open. Shot clock violation. But they forgot about time, the Slingers. They're only up by 5, the Slingers. Don't forget, it's still a pretty close game. The Dragons need to find the consistency. And like I said, consistency. It was like a script right there.
I think they heard you. Like you're just calling plays. You're calling play by play.
Am I the assistant guru consultant coach?
Hey, no.
No.
The Dragons need to take better care of that ball. No silly turnovers.
Ooh, that was. Here they go. Jinghua just drive. Shin Jinghua can't buy a bucket. And both teams need super glue at the moment.
It's very uncharacteristic of both teams right there. Both looking a little bit sloppy towards the end of the second quarter. Hopefully that turns around and Dragons could get a bucket in this possession right here.
Don't forget, the Singapore team are a lot more fresh. They've had a big break. To the corner, fake, drive. And that's Zishin. Bit slow there, but his teammates applauding him because he went for it.
You see here, Zishin getting fouled there on his drive to the good pump fake there and strong drive to the bucket. He feels on his second foul now, sending Zishin to the free throw line.
Shin Zishin, very quiet guy, but super friendly. Loves to be part of it, and he's very much part of the action tonight. Can he make 2 out of 2? Yes! The Dragons fans love it. It's a 3-point ball game. We're heading down the stretch of the second quarter before halftime. Young Han Bin. Shin Cheng Wam hustling. Young can't leave him open. Zishin trying to stay with him. Swing. Alexander. Oh, good move, Alexander. That was smart. He worked the numbers there in terms of the angles. Dragons. Let's share the ball. Egu thought about the screen. Eversley lost the ball. Eversley not quite his electric self, just like the CLS game on Valentine's Day. But you gotta lose the love and just get on with it. Feels. Shin Cheng, wow, I love to see his rebound numbers. He's just trying to work the boards. Chris Eversley, let's stay focused. Over 10 on the shot clock. Need to penetrate. Pull up right here, high arcing shot, it's the tin. And can the Dragons get a stop, or will the Slingers get another basket? Young, crossover, oh, good pressure there by John Wong. Trying to guard a player like Young is not an easy assignment.
Okay, you know, great effort there by Jonathan Wong defensively, giving a stop to not to let the Singapore Slingers set into their offense, get into a flow.
Russell Lowe, there's a mismatch there. Russell Lowe couldn't finish there. The Dragons are slowing it down. They get the last shot of this quarter before halftime in the Straits Cup. Game 1 of the Straits Cup right here in the ASEAN Basketball League. John Wong, screen, or will it be Singapore? Alexander! And that is the end of the half. They lost the ball. The Dragons, a little bit careless, and we're gonna have a look at the turnover stat a little bit later. So, talk us through, Brendan.
You see here Chris Eversley with the uncharacteristic turnover there, which leads to a bucket in transition, punishing the Dragons for the costly turnover. You know, with a game like this, it's a 5-point game, definitely can't give unnecessary turnovers. As Shepard there, hitting the mid-range shot. The Dragons have had 9 turnovers compared to Singapore's 11 turnovers.
20 turnovers in this game so far. Are you kidding me?
I mean, as you can see there towards the end of the second quarter, it got very, very sloppy. Eversley here with a great steal, however, taking Kelvin on for the layup there. Ooh, hitting him with the Westbrook there, if you can see in the replay. Eversley again, you see with the steal and strong left-hand layup, looking back and showing off a little there, which is great for his confidence. You see here, Xavier Alexander, smart move there off the glass. Feels, as we said, has a double-double, 10 points, 12 rebounds.
So lights out, but there's no power shortage right here. It is exciting at halftime at Maba Stadium. The Westports Malaysia Dragons 34, the Singapore Slingers 39. We're just going to take our first break of tonight's game, but when we come back, the second half of the game between the Westports Malaysia Dragons and the Singapore Slingers in the Straits Cup in the ASEAN Basketball League. We'll catch you then.
Right now. Dragons. Yep. And this, you said you could have chosen any player, but you chose X, correct? But you chose 21. You could have changed your mind like you did. The last one. The fourth quarter, and you said 5 minutes, correct? 5 minutes? You could have said any time you want. Tonight, I leave you. The fourth quarter. 5 minutes, let's go! Thank you so much, Mr. Everyone. This is for you. Thank you so much. And remember, I promise you that all our people will stand a chance to win the Super Bowl. These are all our people. The four people who answer the questions. You guys stand a chance to win a full Super Bowl by using catch. If at the end of this game, if you score 41 points and exactly 5 minutes, all four of you are winning Super Bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the louder people out there. In conjunction with I have decided to win all my money to go because of what I did. Once again, my name is Anna. Thank you very much for your day. Bye. Another round of applause for Anchor. Our musicians from none other than the group, the very famous group of musicians. So you can check them out on the website, on his Facebook page, and also on his Instagram page. Just search up Musicians, M-A-D Musicians. We're about to get on the second half here at Alab Kuala, the straight spot match game number 1. Now at 5 points, but the Malaysian Dragons trying to score the win back here into the second half. Oh yeah, our contribution line is still open. If you are looking to contribute more, you can ORG, the Dragon Hearts program.
And welcome back everyone to Maba Stadium, the Straits Cup game between the Westports Malaysia Dragons and the Singapore Slingers. The third quarter about to begin. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim, and Brennan Tan, and Ruko, our courtside reporter, a little bit later. But at the moment, Brennan, 20 turnovers in this game thus far. Sloppy, inconsistent. But there's been moments of madness and moments of magic by both teams.
You know, for a 5-point game, the Slingers have had 11 turnovers, but yet only edging the Dragons. Sorry, my mistake there. Singapore Slingers have had 13 turnovers compared to the Dragons.
So we stand corrected, 23 turnovers collectively. Still not pretty.
You know, for a game like this, it looks like pretty low scoring. Well, hopefully that reduces here at the start of the third quarter. Shepard here with the ball. Bear in mind he's in foul trouble, so he's got to be really careful there.
One more foul. I think Coach Jamie Pullman will send him to the bench. Let's see what happens. Let's stay positive. Eversley, a little bit cold in this game. One-on-one with Young. Turn around two. Get the deuce. Well done, Chris Eversley.
good to see him come out like that, starting off strong in the start of the third quarter, backing down his defender, hitting that tough jumper.
Dragons playing zone defense. Singapore struggling to hold on to that ball, like I said. Delvin go way outside the arc. Here comes Alexander with penetration. Well done, X-Man puts it up and scores. Shepard just tries to get on with it. No offensive foul. Yek falls short, needed a bit more in that. Long pass. Young with the one-handed shot. Hook shot right there. So the Slingers clicking on offense. They're a little bit scrappy. Dragons. Footwork, travel call will go against Winston Shepard. He's trying to do the Euro step. A bit too much there.
Yeah, Shepard a little bit careless there. Strong drive, but unfortunately getting called for the travel.
Alexander doing the intangibles well tonight. X-Man. There's that sweet spot there. Punishing the Slingers, punishing the Dragons with their mid-range jumpers. And now it's a 9-point lead for the visitors. Slingers on a 6-0 run. Screen by Egu. Egu asking for the ball with a runner. Shepard gets his own miss. Yes! Strong move by Winston Shepard. Young. Alexander. Desmond, Delvin go. Kick out. Big shot right there by the team captain. Eversley one-on-one. Ooh, he was one-on-one with X-Man. That was an interesting moment right there. But Chris Eversley will go to the charity stripe.
We see here Chris Eversley going hard, driving strong, aggressively to the basket, and rewarded there with the foul, which will send him to the free throw line.
Chris Eversley, the sports management graduate. He needs to manage his free throws a bit better.
Well, Eversley's a 69% free throw shooter. Unfortunately, missing the first one. Let's hope he makes the second.
He heard you. And the Atari game sound is on. Well done, Mr. DJ. 6-point lead. 2 trays were tied up. And that came off Shepard, so it should be Slingers' ball. Singapore Slingers make a change. Delvin Go going to the bench. Ang Han Bin on court. So Alexander and Young communicating. There's a bit of sweat on the floor right there. 45-39. MJ looking frustrated right there. But it goes to show you how worried he is. Not taking anything for granted. Jamie Pullman looking quite calm there, considering his team is down. Fields. Alexander swings it around. Good ball movement here by Singapore. Gotta watch the shot clock. Fade away. Dragons got a rebound a lot better than that. Alexander screened by Fields. Young, athletic. And what a move by Young with the finish right there. The one-hander. Dragons making some mistakes right here. Got to body up better.
Yeah, I think Shepard looking a little bit careless with the ball. Fortunate there, the ball went out of bounds after the Singapore Spurs foot. Giving Dragons possession again. Couple shot clocks running down now.
Shepard, and one! Winston Shepard gets the hoop and the arm. And Fields with his third foul. That's got to balance things up.
Well, you know, both teams now with some key players in some foul trouble. Fortunate for Winston Shepherd there, got bumped, and the N1 sending him back to the free throw line for a 3-point play.
Winston Shepherd, yes, converts the 3-point play. And the Dragons within 5. Fields in foul trouble. He's got to be careful. Fields now with the ball. Hung Han Bin pulls up in the corner. Oh, yeah, couldn't hold on to it. And that will be Singapore to inbound the ball. There's Desmond. Hung Han Bin. 3, in and out, Shepherd, Alexander get out of my way, he says. Pull up right here. And I must give credit to Yek for trying to take the shots. Desmond tried to take a shot earlier. Fields from the baseline, good shot there by John Fields to get the deuce. Two teams trading baskets. Sloppy, but trying to get it done. Oh, good footwork there by Yek. Nana Egu, yes! Nana Egu! One fan said he'll get 41 points at the end of this game, but he just wants to win the game. Desmond step back for the 3. Desmond rolling back the years, showing us how it's done. That's leadership by Captain Courageous. Shepherd. Gotta watch that. Had a few troubles today. Good defense by Singapore. Over 10 on the shot clock. Good steal by Young. Can he burn? He's got speed to burn. Throws it down! Jaron Young takes it to the rim.
The ref not taking anything from that play. You see
Jaron Young there, takes off, boom!
Unfortunately, that Nana gets called for the technical. It's just sharing back to the referees. You know, we were just talking about how players to just keep the cool regardless of the call and not talk back to the referees.
Well, you know what? We've been calling a few games this season, Brennan. You know what? The Dragons, they're a bit flat always in the third quarter. Don't you notice?
I think so. And evidently right now, we see Xavier Alexander has been perfect today from the free throw line. He's hit 7 for 7 free throws.
Well, like I said, he knows when to penetrate. He knows when to facilitate. He knows those clutch moments. So it's a great player, X. Got 3 kids, and his 3 kids are everything to him. Egu open, and he hit another 3. Eversley, yes! Lays it in. There was a bit of cheekiness by Chris Eversley, and he gets back on defense. Can the Slingers get another bucket, or will the Dragons get a stop? Inside, Desmond. Can't give him an open look on the perimeter. Little sloppiness there by Singapore. Hung Han Bin. Shepherd spin. Whoa, what a move by Shepherd. Shepherd one-on-one. Drives. Tried to go high off the glass. Smart move, but I think a bit too much pressure there. X, great pass. Fields. Puts it in. Good job, Slingers. Silences this crowd. 10-point ball game. Just as long as the Dragons fans shouting, just as long as we're not down by about 15-16, but anything can happen. Shepherd, smart. And he wants an and one, but he doesn't get it. Gotta get on with it, Winston. These referees will not feel sorry for you for 1 split second.
Yeah, I think Winston Shepherd can get a little bit frustrated, but he needs to keep his cool there. The referee's not giving that call, just move on and play defense. You see here with the offensive board.
Gotta pass. That's what happens if you don't pass. Alexander, that's a travel call. Isn't that a travel call? No.
Yeah, rest call in there. Alexander here getting fouled in the act of shooting, sending him back to the free throw line. That is not where the Dragons want him to be at this moment.
Interesting. Never mind. We'll move on and try to listen to the bench at the moment, on the respective benches, and we'll start with the Singapore bench. But before we go there, let's have a look at the highlights.
You see Eversley Patience hitting the jumper to start off the third quarter here. Singapore Slingers going full motion. Alexander here with a strong drive to the left hand to the hoop. Let's see, getting a little bit fired up there. Eversley here again with a foul heading to the hoop. And Singapore again here. You see Young with a little floater over Nana for the 2 points.
Such a great talent, Jaron Young, and Fields. Again, he's got such great technique. Good steal right there. Look at this. This is probably the player of the day, arguably. Boom. Shakalaka. Win it up. Fields just playing smart. And it's a 10-point ball game. Slingers shooting very well at the moment. I haven't looked at the stats yet, but they're shooting about 70-80%, aren't they?
Hey, you know, we've seen throughout this whole game that we're talking about the same thing over and over again. The Slingers have had most of their shots hit from the mid-range. They live and breathe in that area there. So Dragons need to come up with a way to stop that.
Dragons have really struggled to slow Jaron Young down, and through no fault of trying, he is a very athletic, quick player, dynamic. Alexander. And Dragons now down by 11. Eversley, Shepard, some cutters. Egu. There's the cut right there. Shepard, yes! Well done, Winston Shepard.
Made much better there from the Dragons offense, swinging the ball around. Shepard there with a strong cut, Nana finding him for the strong two.
Jaron Young pulls up, air ball. That's a rare air ball moment for Jaron Young, and the MC tells the whole Mama House.
A little uncharacteristic there from Jaron Young. Usually he would make those, but lucky for the Dragons there was an air ball.
Don't talk back to the referees, Winston. Just get on with it. If you can hear me, I'm waving right here on TVs. There we are. Do not talk back to the ref. Just get on with it. They know what they're doing. They're professional. They're strict. They're doing their job. Alley-oop! Yes! Great connection right there. Eversley flies and puts it in. Crowd love it. But the Dragons still down by 7. They need to stop right here. Fields. And that's the stop that they're looking for, and they get it.
Hey Ben, you're really calling this play-by-play, huh?
Well, like I always say to Winston Shepard and all the ABL players, help us make some music, basketball music. So for the fans, for the neutrals, Egu. Kick out, Shepard should take the shot. And he'll go to the charity stripe for 2 shots.
Hey, you know, that was a smart move there. Passing up the three-pointer and Winston driving in for hopes of a foul there. He got the foul, sending him back to the free throw line. We see here, getting fouled from behind, I think.
And Fields with his 4th. Is that? No? Young with, oh yeah, the foul was committed by Young. Check that. I stand corrected. Winston Shepard. Man who can play at 3 and 4, playing as a point guard this season as a replacement and fill in for Sundiata Gaines, who is in the house tonight. Bad injury to the guy that we call Yara. And trying to find that consistency. The free throw shot, the bread and butter of basketball, bricks that. We'll come back to haunt the Dragons, so we'll find out a bit later. Young splits that Dragons defense with ease, like a hot knife through butter. Shepherd, this is the Straits Cup. Game 1, Game 2 on Sunday in Singapore. Dragons even kick out Eversley for the 3. It's the tin. Egwu thought about the 3. Jonathan Wong wants the 3-point shot. No, he doesn't get it. He needs to kick out. Egwu for the 3. Yes! Nana Egwu contributing 300 ringgit for the Dragons for charity tonight. Not just a shot. Fields hits back with a deuce. Go ahead, Brennan.
That was Egwu's third 3 of the night. You know, that fans' prediction of him hitting 41 might actually come true.
Dragons gonna protect the ball. Good defense here by Singapore. Wong. Nana. He's gotta go. Wong for the 3 this time. Ooh, unlucky not to hit it. To hit the 3-point shot. Here comes X. Good movement by Singapore. Tae Ding Lun with the pass to Tae Ding Lun. He hasn't played much. Young. Mismatch right there. Nope. What does the ref say? Still going to be Singapore ball. Did you see that, Brennan?
I think Russ called a foul on Tan there. Foul on the floor. That was right. Yep. Foul on number 25. Tan there giving Singapore the inbound play.
Lost the ball. Here come the Dragons. Tan. Shepherd. Oh, almost an and one. Needed to go in because Shepherd is not consistent for the charity stripe. From the charity stripe, no disrespect.
Yeah, sloppy turnover there from Singapore. You see here Tan drawing the defender, smart dishing off to Shepherd. Got fouled on his way to the hoop, setting him to the free throw line.
So the Singapore Slingers bring back on their captain, D-Glove, Desmond O. Winston Shepherd, the Aztec. 1 of 5 tonight from the charity stripe.
He heard you there.
Should I say more praising things, or here you go up with a stat this time?
Well, Shepherd's probably gonna make the second one now.
Oh, that's a big call. Okay, Mr. Magician. Oh! Brennan Tan with the crystal ball, not the basketball. 6-point game here. Over 20 seconds to go before the end of the third. Alexander taking his time. 10 left on the shot clock. Screen about to be set by Fields. Swing, inside, double team, lost the ball. Here comes the Dragons, they need to pass. Puts it up. Oh, they're so close. That shot went in, would have been a 4-point game before the end of the third, but again, scrappy by both teams. But there was some great moments here. Let's have a look at it. Those moments, Brennan.
Yeah, we see Chris Eversley just right there, hitting a tough jumper on his defender. And the X cutting through the Dragons defense with a strong left-handed layup there. Coach Jerry Promo, you see here, strong screen there. We see Young again, hitting that little floater over Winston Shepherd. You see here Shepherd again, driving strong screen there by Nana. Shepherd there, putting the ball up, wanting to foul, but grabbing 2 points. You see Eversley here as well, good steal there by Young, running through for the powerful slam dunk. Dragons need to try and slow him down there, but there was no stopping that. You knew what was going to do the moment he got the ball in open court. Eversley again here, passing to Nana, who's had himself a game. Great communication there between Shepherd and Nana. Strong cut for the easy 2. And Young here again, finishing a tough layup over Nana Egwu. Oh, getting a little bit frisky at Jonathan Wong. Finding Nana again for his 3-pointer.
And at the moment, it is the Slingers who lead 64-58. And Dragons end the third quarter on a 9-4 run. Time when the shooters of the Dragons need to step up. The Dragons don't have Lo Shi-Fa. He's got a rib injury. He's still another 2 weeks away. I spoke to him before the game. The young veteran, now 30 years of age. Young on the bench, that's interesting. Calvin Lim on court, number 22. But Desmond O is a good player as well. He pulls up that mid-range. Winston Shepherd, here he comes. Needs to make a good pass. Didn't want to shoot it yet. Jonathan Wong likes to shoot it inside to Nana Egwu. There's a mismatch right there. And Nana Egwu looking frustrated, just wants to get the bucket to keep it going. Jonathan Wong now. Winston Shepherd, Wong, good pressure by Desmond O, screen by Nana Egwu. Winston pulls up for the three, yes! Winston Shepherd from downtown.
And just as you were calling for the Dragons, the shooters to step up, Winston Shepherd hits at three.
And every time the Dragons get a big shot, John Fields responds, whether it's a 2 or a 3. Don't want to foul the big man. 5-point game, Shepherd. Nope. Egwu for the three. Alexander thought about the long pass, got the rebound earlier. Fields and Nana Egwu one-on-one. They got the open look, swing, inside, in on the baseline. One-hander, yes, well done Fields. He's continuing with that. Well, not quite a field day, but a semi-field day with 20 points, 3 fouls. Shepherd, good move here to drive, splits the Slingers lead. He saw that, good vision by Winston Shepherd.
Yeah, good to see Winston Shepherd not only hitting that big three before that, but also driving aggressive to the hoop for a layup.
Bit of a rush shot there, Winston Shepherd. Can't be too rushed. Careful. Pull up right here. Good leak out there by Alexander. Drive. Good move there, Delvin Gove. Deep Dragons need to do a lot better with defense. That's where the gimme baskets are coming, and Ruth has something to tell us. And she's going to make a comment very, very shortly. What's going on, Ruth?
Thanks, Ben. So turnover seems to be really high for the Singapore Slingers right now. So Coach Neil is pretty frustrated about it and stressed on how they need to pass more to avoid making silly mistakes. It's back to you guys.
Chris Eversley with another missed dunk. But he's fouled and he will go to the charity stripe. He's pumped up. He's always very positive, and that was one of the reasons he was recruited. Fields with his 4th foul. One more and he's out, and there's a lot of basketball left to be played. It'd be very interesting if Fields is fouled out, Brennan.
I think that will definitely turn the tide of this game and the momentum of this game currently right now. With Fields punishing the Dragons every possession, every time Fields gets the ball, something happens. With him being in foul trouble now, he has to be really careful.
Well, the Dragons can't talk too big because Winston Shepherd is also in a little bit of foul trouble. Eversley bricks that. Man from Chicago. Bit of a windy first shot. That free throw. Makes one. Makes this a 6-point ball game. So Fields got to stay out of trouble. Alexander done a great job. And that's a travel call, is that not?
Yes, I think the referees called that on number 22, Kelvin there for a travel, giving Dragons back the ball in possession.
What do you think of Xavier Alexander's performance as the more of a point guard today?
Well, looking at him playing point guard right now, you can see he has a diverse skill set, knowing where to pass the ball, knowing where to guide his teammates. Some say the point guard is the floor general, so Xavier Alexander definitely has the experience and the IQ and skill set to see where his teammates are, giving them an open look or a better shot.
Well, Jaron Young now on court, Kelvin Lim back to the bench. Coach Neo wants to see some consistent production. Yek, pull up, Yek. That's the shot. Young. Singapore swinging around inside. Almost a double team. Young for the three. Hits the iron, but... And one. X knows it too. Draws the contact. And smart by Xavier Alexander. X-Man can give the Slingers a bit of breathing space. Not far away from the halfway point of the fourth quarter. The Dragons usually have a strong fourth quarter. Need to hit shots. Well done, X. Justin Howard used to play for the Singapore Slingers. Mitchell Folkoff, John Ng, Wu Chingde, good players. Brought by the pull-up. Eversley, step back. He's going to hit the three. Egu, kick out. The shot. Shot's not going down. This is what happened against Hong Kong when the Dragons lost. Young. Here comes Shepherd. He's got Eversley. Pass it to Eversley. And Dragons fans frustrated, hitting their knees, shouting, screaming. All he had to do was pass to Chris Eversley.
Man, you can see here, Shepherd was saying that the ball was a little bit slippery, which is why I think the time was called. You see here, the ball just slips out of hands right there. Unfortunate, a little bit careless, but like I said, Dragons definitely need to take better care of the ball. There's been a high turnover game for both teams. Singapore's definitely just coming out, edging the Dragons there. You see here as well, Jonathan Wong probing, and Shepherd shooting that splash with the three. Shepherd here as well, showing just he's not just a shooter, but driving strong to the bucket, going through two Singapore defenders. And Jamie Permer knows, he's calling it. You see here, X-Man pass there for a cutting diving goal for the easy two points there for him. You see Yet here hesitating and pull up for the mid-range jumper.
So Fields still on court, one more foul, and he's finished for the game. But if any man who's got the experience to weather the storm, it's John Fields. Got a pretty impressive basketball CV.
Yeah, Fields has to be really careful here. There's 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter. He's on 4 fouls. Wouldn't want to get fouled out now.
Singapore taking their time a little bit. Fields. Dragons got to be a lot more aggressive in terms of trying to get that rebound if they want to stand any chance of not just winning this game, but coming back into it. They're 7 points down, not impossible. Good hustle there by Desmond O. He's known for that. That's why they call him D-Glove.
You see here, Winston Shepherd try passing that. A good defense there, hustling and putting great pressure on Jonathan Wong to force the ball out of bounds.
Egu with the hook shot. Dragons need to just keep chipping away at it, get some stops. Body up on Fields, Young. There's Fields there. Good footwork by Fields. What A jam. Hammers it down. 7 points again. Up by the Slingers. Egu with the high screen. Egu open. Egu thought about it. Just take the shot, Winston Shepherd. Not quite. Taking good shots, gotta take good shots. X. Come out, he says. Set the screen, Young. Feels, oh, good steal by, good strip by Nana Egu. Here comes Yek. Oh, turnover. And another turnover.
Ben, both teams just being
it's
really
like the ball has got feelings.
You know, looking at the amount of high turnovers this game has, I'm surprised that Slingers are just...
Does it have anything to do with the hot Malaysian weather today? It was very hot. Someone told me it was almost 38 degrees. It was still very, very hot at 7 o'clock in the evening. This game starting at 8:30 Malaysian time in the Hong Kong Eastern time zone. Shepherd, spin. Desmond slowing it down. Slingers just need to play smart. Don't need to rush for the play, rush to set up the offensive set, just hold on to the ball. Dragons can't foul. Fields, yes. Not quite the dagger, but if they continue that way, Dragons will have to look back at their defense. Eversley. Dragons looking a little bit fatigued at the moment. That's why finishing is a challenge. Young. Can he inflict some more pain? 2 shots for... Not quite well. He's still quite a young man, isn't he? 27 years of age.
Him there showing a quick move, getting the foul from Egu. Timeout call now, we see Young here getting fouled by Nana Egu, bumping into him for foul, sending him to the free throw line.
Timeout call.
We see here on the inbound pass, Nana Egu probing against Fields, hitting that little baby hook there over him. Fields returning a favor there, driving strong to the bucket. Great footwork there for a strong jam. The Dragons have no answer to John Fields tonight. Interesting enough, you see here again, John Fields getting everything he wants there, hitting another floater over Nana Egu. Egu is now coming on 4 fouls.
Slingers up by 9. Couple of trays, couple of stops the Dragons need. A tray being 3 points. For those of you who are just getting into basketball, don't forget we have a lot of viewers out there, especially in Malaysia on our RTM channel, that, you know what, they're learning the game through the ABL.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to see basketball played at this level. Certainly not an NBA standard, but definitely a strong point to see what players do, what they can do in terms of offense and defense.
So Young. Big Kobe Bryant fan, Jaron Young. Big shout out to Chandra Young and Tyrone McDaniel, his parents. What an athlete, what a man, Jaron Young. Makes this a 10-point ball game. Dragons need some production. In the last couple of minutes, struggled to finish at the rim and hit their shots. Eversley with a 3, bit rushed there. Didn't look like it was going in, looked very rushed. But it's not the end of the world if the Dragons lose. The Dragons just need to beat the Slingers by a bigger margin in Singapore in the next 48 hours. So it can be done. Don't forget, the game last went to double overtime. The Dragons were staring at victory by 1 point, and then Singapore hit back. Can Malaysia go on a run right here? Dragons moving it around. Shepherd, will he drive? Will he pass? He's thinking about it. To a glass. That needed to go in. And Young open right there. Oh, Fields with the rebound and the putback. Momentum with the Slingers at the moment. Chris Eversley, and that Slingers ball. So nothing going right in these crucial moments down the stretch, as we always like to say, for the Dragons. Brennan?
You know, with Singapore having all the momentum now, it's hard to see how the Dragons can come back from the barrage of points coming from Fields, coming from Young. You know, Singapore hitting up all the shots firing on all cylinders right now. Coming out this timeout, we see how the Dragons respond with the last 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in this fourth quarter. You see now Fields striving and showing his diverse skill set, hitting that floater over a much taller Nana. Shepherd as well right here, spin. Unfortunately, could not make that layup. That's there with the rebound. Young here, trying that mid-range shot that the Slingers have been hitting up all game, but there you see again, John Fields having a field day with offensive rebound and a putback there for 2 points.
Hey, I carved that line, all right? So, there's some royalties on that.
Four quarters of his game, Xavier Alexander has been part of most of the points coming in by the Slingers, you know, be it an assist or a 3-point shot or a layup. He's been everywhere this game.
Shepherd, and he'll get 2 shots. That's right, that was not Shepherd, check that, that was Nana Egu, my bad.
We see here Nana trying to fight Fields down the line, and unfortunately got fouled. That was a foul on go. Well, positive from this is Nana Egu is an 82% free throw shooter.
Well, stats are stats. You gotta make those shots. Nana Egu with 21 points tonight for the Dragons.
Make that 22. That's actually his season high so far with 22 points.
And Egu, who's played a lot of basketball in Australia. University of Illinois. A man with a communications degree. No problem about connection with those 2 shots. Now the Dragons got to press, but can't foul. Try to force a turnover. Do not foul. Oh, Alexander throws it down and 1. Silences this crowd.
Well, like I said, Ben, Xavier Alexander everywhere, cutting through the Dragons defense, and a dunk with the and 1, sending him back to the free throw line.
And he might get the player of the game with those numbers.
Well, you know, judging by the way he's playing right now, he just might very well be.
Well, he's come a long way. He's improved all the time. I just feel like he's improving every year, Xavier Alexander. He's a great player. He plays with that swagger about him, that confidence, that slight cockiness, but no criticism to his cockiness. You need that at this level. You need to believe that you are better than everybody else. And Xavier Alexander doesn't just show it with his confidence, but he plays the game well. Full credit to him and the Singapore coaching staff. Maybe the Dragons with a little bit of maybe a lifeline. Defense is the word. Lots of time to waste for the Slingers. Well, what can you do about that? You can't foul because you're down. But well, gotta just stop the clock. That's a good move by Winston Shepherd. Now the Dragons need to come up with some big shots. They're in the Dragons land. Nana Egwu for the three. Yes! 9 points. Timeout called. What's going on there? Okay, this is where it gets debatable. Timeout call by the Slingers. That call will stand. Israel Edeka just checking, the assistant coach. The referees look like a bit confused there.
You see here, Shepherd with the steal just before the timeout was called. So Dragons think they should get possession rather than the 3-point previously, which gives Singapore possession from Nana Egwu 3-pointer. See here, the Dragons have had a soft game yet there, hitting his three. I suppose they're all shooting for charity now, huh?
Well, charity is the winner tonight.
Delving goal there, carrying right through the Dragons defense for easy layup. You see here, Nana again shooting just before the controversial call there.
That's what I'm talking about. They need to scream to call a timeout here at the Dragons fan. I say Dragons, you said it!
The MC of Maba believes that the Dragons can whittle the lead right here. Singapore to inbound. Nana Egwu explaining the stance there. This is just time wasting. Both imports having a laugh about it. Stay with Jared Young. Oh. Fields throws it down. Well done, Singapore. And Dragons, they can get a bucket to make the score. Well, respectable because they have a chance in game 2. Yeah, tried to score underneath the basket. Foot on the line. So we must give Singapore credit, Brennan. You know, got some good open looks. Got some cuts. Eversley stepped back for the 3, rushed. And Chris Eversley tonight, not quite his dynamic self, but that's just one of those days. Desmond, Singapore just hang on to the ball. They should get this game. And it was pretty close for 3 quarters. But on the stretch, X for the 3. Hits the tin. Shepherd, still a chance. Singapore should foul him. Euro step. Good defense, Alexander. And Singapore should be quite proud of themselves. They'll take game 1 of the Straits Cup right here in Malaysia, going to Singapore as the favorites. They should take this game by 11 points. Not quite a fair reflection of this game, but well done to Singapore. They made the right plays in the fourth quarter. They win this game 76-87. And you would think Xavier Alexander or John Fields would be the player of the game. We'll soon find out in a minute. Walk us through this highlight, Brandon.
You see here Jonathan Wong passing the ball to Winston Shepherd, that making the three. Too little, too late. I think in the fourth quarter we see Xavier Alexander here probing, sending a pass to the cutting, delving go there for an easy layup. Yet here faking a pass with a mid-range shot, making a 2-point shot right there. And Young. Slingers just out rebounding this Dragons team. And one there.
Well, we were hoping this was a close game. That's why I was a bit disappointed there that I was hoping that it would be much closer. But I mean, well done to the Slingers. I mean, they would not be happy with their performance tonight with the number of turnovers in this game. But hit some big shots, made some big plays, Brandon. You got to give them credit where credit is due.
Hey, you know, the Singapore Slingers definitely has Xavier Alexander. You can see there a massive dunk. They have a massive help from John Fields. He's been everywhere this game, claiming strong position, getting offensive boards, getting defensive boards. You know, Xavier Alexander as well being a part of most of the Singapore Slingers offenses, knowing where his players are.
Final score right here, the Singapore Slingers 87, the Westports Malaysia Dragons 76, and Xavier Alexander is the player of the game with 28 points, and he'll be a happy man. So he's standing by with our courtside reporter Ruth Ho, with coach Neo Beng Siang. So we're going to cross over to Ruth very, very shortly. Over to you, Ruth.
And we hope to see you once more in the next
Congratulations on an amazing win. It was a tough fight today, and turnovers was an issue for the team with 18 turnovers. Why so?
Basically, we are not too focused on passing the ball, and we don't value the ball, and we need to adjust when we get ourselves back and get it better every game.
All right. All the best for the next game, coach. And right now, with Xavier Alexander, the player of the game. Wow, you were exceptional today with 28 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists. And what more, you had 10 out of 10 free throws today. It was a battle out there, wasn't it? Talk us through the game.
You know, I've played there a couple of times, so just trying to do whatever I can to keep my team afloat, to get the win. Maybe turned over the ball a little bit too much, and I just look to get better every game.
All right, in your next game, the Dragons are definitely going to look out for revenge. How do you plan to stop that in the next game?
We just have to worry about ourselves. You know, they're a good team, so we know they'll be coming at us, but you know, we're gonna get back, get some rest, and get ready for the battle.
All right, congratulations on your win, and it's back to you guys.
Thanks very much, Ruth, and well done to Xavier Alexander. He had a stellar performance tonight. And Brennan, some positives for the Dragons, but very, very inconsistent.
You know, if you're watching that game, you know turnovers are a major problem in this game. Turnovers and also not getting good looks, having fewer rush shots. You know, Dragons really need to work on that when they go to Singapore on Sunday when they play the second leg of this little matchup between the Slingers.
Well, the Dragons have to win by at least 12 points because they lost tonight, you know, 87. They almost lost by 11 points, so you know the mathematics really does play a part. It was 87-76, so the Dragons got to win by 12 if they want to, well, get that trophy back. But that is the end of the game. On behalf of everybody here at the Westports Malaysia Dragons, RTM, Brendan Tan, Ruth Ho, and myself, Ben Ibrahim, we'd like to thank you for being with us, and we'll catch you on Sunday for Game 2 of the Straits Cups. The Westports Malaysia Dragons taking on the Singapore Slingers in Singapore. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you on Sunday.